Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we got a game in the Friesland for there's risky in the build. Before we jump into it, 25,000 subscribers do continue on this channel and the Bull Bites channel. If you're not familiar with that one, link in the description all week long, culminating on Saturday, October the 15th, 2022, 25,000 K subscriber celebration. Thereupon we have a pair of tier 6 premiums and a tier 7 premium to give away during that stream. So hopefully you'll be able to come by there. That'll be in the morning Central Time on the 15th. This video, however, we do have a tier 5 premium to give away. All right, if it's available currently for doubloons in the game, then you can get it. Okay, so how do we enter to win here? Well, number one, it's for subscribers of the channel. So you're going to want to be subscribed to the Tbull channel. Like the video. Step number 2 and step 3 in the comments. I need to know your console and your gamer tag spelled correctly, spaces, everything exactly right. We copy paste, we put it in. If there's a match, boom, you get the ship. All right, so if you win, I will reply to your comment in the next day or two, and I'll ask you what ship do you want. You tell me, and then at the end next week, when Wargaming has time, the prizes will all be awarded. So I'll go over who's won everything during the stream on Saturday. But if you win, you don't have to be paying too close attention. I just need to know which ship. So stay tuned to see if I reply to any of your comments on these videos. Anyway, jumping into it here, Friesland. Available for green XP, not doubloons. So you cannot win the Friesland, but you can still get it for green XP and valuable ship. Great credit maker due to the high volume of fire output we can get. We can get a lot of damage, sure. But a lot of hits generate credits and XP quite well. And the fact that we can counter destroyers and capture bases. It's one of the apex predators when it comes to that. High scoring possibilities for the Friesland. So one of my favorite destroyers to play. And here we've moved into the sea. All right, we got good support from one of our battleships. Or both of our battleships are relatively close to us. And twist and track pointing towards the middle of the map. Curious. It's got my attention. What's going on here? Usually it would be pointed towards where all those ships are sitting in their spawn. If there's a destroyer coming from that direction, that's where the closest ship would be. But it's actually moving into the middle of the map, which is odd because we got ships surrounding the middle of the map. So it looks like one of the destroyers is trying to sneak up the gut. So we're going to go ahead and try and counter that play. We will get on the map here and we'll ping the 2 likely spots. Okay, that's a courtesy to our team. A lot of our teammates won't ever look at the map. It's in the top left corner if you've never seen it. But for those that are actually looking at it, we go ahead and ping. The Poltava is pinging something on the west. There's the Udachi. That's the one we were primarily looking at. And then Twist and Track actually flipped to the left here. So we got another close range destroyer even closer to that. So Poltava way off with the information on the west side of the map. But our ping quite accurate. So Udachi behind the island. Here's the ship smasher. Here's the other destroyer. We're going to go ahead and open up with him. Keeping an eye on that shore is not currently pictured, but we saw him a moment ago on the left-hand side of the screen. He could be potentially dangerous. Ship smash one of those Warhammer ships. Can't remember which one it's modeled after, but we get a fair amount of damage on him, and then Udachi comes through here. He's the primary target. He's a little bit more slippery than the ship smasher, presumably. If he gets away, he might be getting away for a long time, so we want him dead. We use the sonar defensively, making sure we don't get hit by any torps. Uh-oh, we got the cruiser in the back. The shore is shooting at us. Go ahead and pop the smoke. Now, that'll block his line of sight. Yes, if he's got his radar ready to go, he could potentially see us with that. But we open up here, hoping with the help of our team, he goes down quickly. And there he goes. And the ship smasher coming through here. So the blue team, this is an outstanding blue team to be on. Shot selection on point. Destroyers, as soon as they're spotted, targeted, removed. Radar cruisers, pummeled. These are the 2 most important classes of ships in the game. Destroyers, they're here to capture and control the bases and counter the enemy destroyers. Extremely important roles. Radar cruisers, the biggest menace to the destroyer fleet, which those are the scoring pieces. All right, so those 2 classes of ships completely removed. Devastating blow to red team's strategic capabilities, right? They're going to have a hard time capturing and controlling bases now without those destroyers and countering our destroyers. If we play conservatively and well, and we manage the score well, as long as I'm alive, we're going to have a very hard time losing the game. And if they don't have radars to surprise me with, if they don't have destroyers to surprise me with and spot me, uh, it's up to me to play well. Okay, if I play recklessly or aggressively, which I will, uh, that's my decision to make. But if I want to play perfectly conservatively and ensure the win, well, that's what we can do. But now we got to evaluate as a gunboat, what can we do? We'd like to capture and control bases, counter destroy as well. Let's check the bases. D, surrounded by those guys. How do I get to D? I'd have to go through those ships, and I would be spotted. I would be killed. Can't get to D. A, partially surrounded, contested. Yeah, I could maybe get over there. That's an option, but neither of those caps are easy to capture. Looks like they're doing an all right job actually capturing A right now. So, you know, those are considerations. Spamming the CNOP with HE shells, also a possibility. But the point is, as the gunboat destroyer, you see this with American destroyers. In particular, those are more anti-destroyer DDs like this one. Once you've done your core things, which is capture the bases that you can get to, counter the destroyers, well, you're gonna kind of have to look for other things to do. Your main important roles are kind of gone. So we can do some damage, we can cause some havoc here, start some fires, but the CNOP, heavily armored, I'm not going to get a lot of damage on him. I can cycle his damage controls, and he's only got a limited amount of the damage controls as a Russian battleship. He can run out, so that's a possibility, but it's not super important, right? It's just kind of a distraction factor. So I'm kind of hanging out in the middle of the map here, trying to do what I can spotting-wise, trying to see if I can find some shots for free. Harassing fire, sure, the Bismarck's long range. Might as well open up on them. We got a lot of HP here. If we start getting shot, we can just stop shooting, allow our visibility to contract once the noise from the guns wears off, and then we can just go about our lives again and find something else to do. So kind of a slower part of the game here as we allow the plays to develop. Game-wise, looking good. We got 3 caps to 1, so the score in the background is going way up. And here's a good shot here. Hood low. We're going to shoot him. We're going to get spotted, but briefly. And it only takes 1 hit there, but say it took 2, 3, 4 hits, he would still go down very quickly. And we once again drop spot. Okay, so CNOP, he's pulling out. He just shoots there. That's an invitation for us to shoot. Again, if his gun starts spinning over here or if people start shooting at us, it's easy for us to disengage. Just stop shooting, keep ourselves alive, right? We're shooting here to do what we can do right now because our options are relatively limited. This is kind of the best plays we can really be making right now. But if it's threatening our ability to be the escape hatch, the guarantee that we're going to win this game, if we start taking shots, if we start losing our health, we just stop shooting, we sail away, and we make sure we win on the score. So we're kind of in the game management mode here. But CNOP, sure, we got him on fire. We're doing a little bit of damage. But what I'm trying to do here, why we're attacking him, is I want him to use his damage controls. If he's got a really high level build, he starts with 5. If he's got a low level build, he starts with 3 damage control parties, which is how you put the fire out. And once those are gone, those are gone. Then if we hit him with another fire, it's just going to burn for the duration, which that would actually be relatively decent damage. So he's shooting HE at us. We do have to keep that in mind. That is a riskier shell in general. Checking the map there. Is he spotted by our teammates? How do I do that? I'm drawing lines on the map between him and that ship. Are there islands blocking it? No. Okay, then those ships are likely to spot him. Then we can drop the smoke and sit in there and use it offensively. Keeping an eye on the distance he's closing in. If he gets within 5, 4, certainly 3 kilometers, well, the closer he gets, the more danger we're in. Okay, even though we're in the smoke, eventually he can counter us. The closer he gets, and if the smoke runs out and he's close, then we're permanently spotted, and it's going to be on from that point. So, going back to starting the fires, we started by hitting the nose, then we move up a section. Battleships either have 3 or 4 sections that can be set on fire. Once again, he uses damage control. We target the nose again. We're going to start right in the front, hit that, hit that, hit that. Okay, it's on fire. Now we move back a section, which is front superstructure, then we target that, right? Let's fire on that. Okay, well, can't really hit the back superstructure, back of the ship at this angle, so now we just shoot the superstructure. That's going to be going for raw damage. We got 2 fires burning. Can he use the damage control anymore? I kind of doubt it. He's probably out of them. Now that he's turning, we'll go ahead and target the back section of the ship, and boom, down he goes there with the fire. So spreading those fires out, important thing to do. Here's a play that's interesting. We got about a minute left on the smoke, a little bit more. Bismarck spotted. He's capturing the base, getting some resets, and then keeping an eye on the capture of that base. All right, we hit him multiple times, and the base is still half captured. So there's another ship on there that's unspotted. We would like to prevent them. We would like to fully reset that base because it's going to take longer for them to capture the base. And there's the Massachusetts. As soon as he's spotted, we switch to him and shoot him. If we get him 3-4 times, look at all these defenses. And now the base is fully reset. Consequence of that, while the base is frozen right now, it's not generating income. We own it, but it's being contested. All right, so the longer it takes for them to capture, then that situation persists. And we still have the 2 caps generating points versus their 1. So we're still scoring right now, still increasing our lead by resetting this base. Resets are great for my own personal score and credit situation and XP, so it's in our interest to switch off on these guys anyways. But we want to be making them have difficulty capturing that base. The longer it takes, the longer or the bigger our score lead becomes. Smoke runs out there. We make sure we stop firing by the time it runs out, so we don't get spotted there. And now it's on. All right, and we're once again in preservation mode. We got 12,500 health, so we can even be a little bit reckless here. And this is what I was talking about earlier. We are going to be a little bit reckless. This is not textbook, but I'm evaluating the situation. And once again, I'm being very careful. If we do start taking damage, I will stop firing. But I'm trying to get close to this island so that by when I start shoot here, I can just go around it, drop spot, and keep myself safe, right? I'm not shooting the whole way here because we're in secondary range of 2 dangerous ships. But I'm concerned about these guys having will to rebuild and being invincible. So I want to pile in on them. We do have a broadside shot on Massachusetts, got the AP loaded, and we help take him off there. Bismarck, we're spotted anyways. We're keeping an eye on what's happening with him. Secondaries, yes, they're hitting us. But in general, not feeling super in danger at this point in time. And again, we do have the ability to disengage the other ship on the map outside of our max firing range. So as soon as we put the island in between us and the Bismarck, we will drop spot. All right, so this is a controlled, risky play, right? Okay, we're not just open watering gunning. We're understanding the situation fully. Once again, we put the island in between us and immediately drop spot. If the other ship to the south is in our firing range, we probably are not aggressively shooting there, right? Okay, so now they got the battleship on D. He's attempting to even the scoring. They're not going to win on score. That's irrelevant. He needs to be up here attacking us, trying to sink us all because they've dug it, or we've dug the hole for them. However you want to look at it, by controlling the caps, they can't outwin on score. We got a ship here. Crews are all the way to the north, nearly in the back line. So I'm thinking if I die rushing this Bismarck, but we kill the Bismarck, then the battleship in the south cannot kill the cruiser in the 2 minutes that remain. And by the way, the score is close enough. So I'm basically risking this ship. If the game situation is closer, again, we do not make this play. This is understanding, okay, this is loss proof at this point in time, or nearly so. We could still technically lose this, but I'm just going for style points at this point in time. And what we're doing here, we shot down the plane, so he won't have an advanced warning. He should know we're here. He might have his guns trained on us, but the ability to kill us, 12,000 health before I can kill him, unlikely. Here's another good point to make. We're chasing him around an island. Now, this works in this point in time because I'm a fast destroyer. He's a slower battleship, or he's a slow battleship. He's a relatively fast battleship. I can catch him, but chasing ships around an island takes a long time, and sometimes you cannot do it. So if I wanted to cut him off, I would go around to the right of that island, technically. But look how fast we can pound the damage there, and this is what I knew would happen. This is why I wasn't worried about risking this ship. So that's going to do it there for that one, guys. Hope you did enjoy the look at the Friesland. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming for you all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll see y'all later. All right, peace.